Former Muskingum University student accused of killing her newborn child and hiding the body.
Emile Weaver.
Emile Weaver appeared for the first time before a judge to fight accusations that could put her in prison for life.
What would drive a college student to do the unthinkable on April 22, 2015? A sorority house at Muskingum University became the scene of a horrific crime that shocked the nation. A 21-year-old woman had just given birth in secret. But what happened next would leave investigators and the public stunned. Emile Weaver, a bright young student with a promising future, was about to make a decision that would change everything. In the next few minutes, you'll learn the chilling details of what really happened that day and the events that led to this tragedy. Prepare yourself for a story that will challenge everything you thought you knew about college life and the pressures faced by young women, too. A secret hidden in plain sight. Emile Weaver seemed like any other student at Muskingum University in Ohio. She attended classes, joined the Delta Gamma Theta sorority, and participated in campus activities. But beneath her normal college life, Weaver harbored a secret that would soon shock everyone around her. For 9 months, Weaver's pregnancy remained hidden from those closest to her. Despite rumors circulating among her sorority sisters, she continued her normal routine. She drank alcohol, played sports, and even took labor-inducing supplements, all while carrying a child to term. Her behavior raised no alarms among her peers, who didn't suspect the truth behind her changing body. As the months passed, Weaver's denial of her condition deepened. The university's wellness center made multiple attempts to contact her about her positive pregnancy test results. But Weaver ignored these calls and messages, avoiding any acknowledgement of her situation. This avoidance highlighted a critical failure in communication and support systems designed to help students in such circumstances. Tension built as Weaver's secret became increasingly difficult to conceal. Her roommates began to notice changes in her behavior and appearance, yet they didn't confront her directly, illustrating the complexities of peer relationships in a sorority setting. The silence surrounding Weaver's condition allowed her to continue living as if nothing had changed. In text messages to her ex-boyfriend Logan, Weaver revealed glimpses of her inner turmoil. "I don't know what to do besides keep it a secret," she wrote, expressing the struggle with her reality. These messages would later serve as evidence of her knowledge of the pregnancy, contradicting her initial denials to investigators. The situation reached a breaking point on April 22, 2015. On that fateful day, Weaver went into labor in the bathroom of her sorority house. The events that unfolded would soon expose the depths of her deception and the tragic consequences that followed. 3. A horrifying discovery. The morning of April 22, 2015 started like any other day at the Delta Gamma Theta sorority house at Muskingum University. But as the sun rose, strange noises began to echo through the halls, setting in motion a series of events that would forever change the lives of everyone involved. Mariah Sayer, a resident of the sorority house, was the first to notice something amiss. She heard what she described as a sound like a dying cat, followed by 3 or 4 short cries. The noises were coming from the direction of the half bathroom. Sayer noticed the light was on but assumed someone was just using their phone. She had no idea of the tragedy unfolding behind the locked door. As the day progressed, an unsettling atmosphere settled over the house. Sorority sisters began to notice blood splattered in the bathroom. The scene was so disturbing that the house manager sent out a mass text describing it as looking like a murder. The girls were shaken, but no one could have predicted the horrifying truth they were about to uncover. Suspicions grew as the hours ticked by. The blood, the strange noises, and a sense that something was terribly wrong prompted several of the sorority sisters to take action. They decided to investigate the trash outside the house, a decision that would lead them to a discovery that would haunt them for years to come. Their worst fears were confirmed when they found a black trash bag among the household waste. Inside was the body of a newborn baby girl. The shock and horror of this discovery sent waves of panic through the sorority house. The girls, many of them barely out of their teens, were faced with a situation they were wholly unprepared for. In a state of distress, the sorority sisters called the school's director of Greek affairs, who then alerted the police. The once quiet sorority house was soon swarming with law enforcement officers as the investigation into this tragic event began to unfold. As police arrived on the scene, they began to piece together the horrifying truth behind the day's events. The strange noises Mariah Sayer had heard that morning were now revealed to be the cries of Emile Weaver's newborn daughter, moments after birth. The realization that a life had begun and ended within the walls of their sorority house was devastating for the young women who called it home. The investigation unfolds. Detective Todd May from the Muskingum County Sheriff's Office arrived at the sorority house, his mind racing with questions. As he approached Emile Weaver, the young woman at the center of this tragic event, he couldn't have anticipated the web of denial and deception he was about to encounter. Weaver, visibly shaken but composed, initially denied being pregnant or giving birth. Her demeanor was calm, almost detached, as she faced the detective's probing questions. But as May presented the possibility of DNA evidence linking her to the newborn, Weaver's facade began to crumble. She admitted the child was hers, but her story was far from consistent. Throughout the interrogation, Weaver's account shifted like sand beneath their feet. She claimed ignorance of her pregnancy, a statement that would soon be contradicted by damning evidence. Text messages exchanged with her ex-boyfriend Logan months earlier revealed discussions about her condition, shattering her claims of unawareness. As investigators dug deeper, they uncovered a disturbing digital trail. Weaver's search history painted a picture of a young woman desperately seeking information on concealing and terminating pregnancies. These searches suggested a level of awareness and premeditation that starkly contrasted with her professed ignorance. But it was a single text message that sent a chill through the investigation team. "No more baby taken care of," Weaver had written to Logan. Those 5 words raised alarming questions about her intentions and the events leading up to the discovery in the trash bag. The autopsy report delivered the final devastating blow. The baby girl, later named Addison, had died from asphyxiation. This grim revelation transformed the case from a tragic accident to something far more sinister. As the interrogation progressed, Weaver's story continued to evolve. She transitioned from outright denial of her pregnancy to claiming ignorance, and finally to admitting knowledge but denying any intentional harm to the baby. Her changing narrative left investigators grappling with the complexities of human psychology and the lengths to which a person might go to hide an unwanted truth. The dark side of sorority life exposed. The Emile Weaver case cast a dark shadow over sorority life at Muskingum University and beyond, exposing a culture of secrecy and misplaced loyalty that allowed a dangerous situation to escalate unchecked. As investigators dug deeper into the tragic events, they uncovered a disturbing pattern of behavior within the Delta Gamma Theta sorority. Rumors of Weaver's pregnancy had circulated among her sorority sisters for months, yet no one took action or reported their concerns. This silence raised troubling questions about the responsibility of sorority members to look out for each other and report potentially dangerous situations. The case revealed a stark contrast between the ideals of sisterhood and the reality of inaction in the face of a crisis. Experts pointed to the culture of secrecy and loyalty within Greek organizations as a significant factor that may have contributed to the tragedy. The psychological effects of sorority membership can create a strong sense of loyalty among members, discouraging them from reporting troubling behavior or seeking help for one another. This dynamic perpetuates a culture of silence regarding serious issues, leaving vulnerable individuals without the support they desperately need. The incident sparked heated debates about the need for better education and support systems for young women in college, particularly regarding reproductive health and unexpected pregnancies. Many advocates argued that universities should implement more comprehensive programs to address these issues. Statistics indicated that concealed pregnancies were a significant problem among college students, with many feeling unable to seek help due to fear of judgment or stigma. Muskingum University faced intense scrutiny over its handling of Weaver's positive pregnancy test results and the effectiveness of its student support services. The failure to follow up on Weaver's test results highlighted a critical gap in the university's support system, raising questions about how many other students might be falling through the cracks. As the trial approached, the community grappled with the broader implications of the case for Greek life and college culture. The Emile Weaver case was not an isolated incident. Other cases had linked sorority culture to tragic outcomes, highlighting the urgent need for reforms in Greek life. These reforms aim to foster a more supportive environment for students facing personal crises and to break down the barriers that prevent young women from seeking help. 6. Conclusion. The Emile Weaver case serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of secrecy, denial, and lack of support for young women facing unexpected pregnancies. As Weaver begins her life sentence, the tragedy continues to raise important questions about personal responsibility, societal pressures, and the need for better support systems in college communities. Experts now recommend that universities and Greek organizations implement more accessible counseling services and create a culture of openness regarding reproductive health. These changes aim to prevent similar incidents and provide crucial support for students in crisis. The case has sparked ongoing discussions about reforming sorority culture to address issues of secrecy and loyalty that can prevent individuals from seeking help. The tragedy at Muskingum University leaves us with a haunting question. How many more secrets are hiding behind the facades of seemingly normal college lives? As institutions grapple with these challenges, the hope is that increased transparency and support within Greek organizations will create a safer environment for all students.